So today was really good for me. I was able to go disc golfing a couple rounds. I didn't play that good, but that's fine. The weather was super good. And then I got to the garage and wanted to see how things were doing with my wrist and my back. Haven't lifted in at least a couple days. So I put on the wrist wraps, and man, my wrist felt really good. I don't think my left wrist, which has been the big problem one, has really hurt, or did really hurt this whole time, which was really convincing. Obviously, I didn't try it without the wraps, but I don't feel like I really need to at this point. So I've just been doing power stuff these last 2 sessions just because I want to give my back a break and forego squats for a little bit. At least I wanted to start there and see how it went. I decided not to. I was just wearing tennis shoes when I started. I should have just put my platforms on. I was a little unstable in some of my jerks and a little bit on the snatches and stuff like that, but I really haven't been doing that stuff, so I'm just giving myself credit where it's due. Like I was able to do them, and it was like, I don't know, like 72 kilo power snatch, and then it was like 90 kilo, a bunch of sets actually of 90 kilos on the power clean and power jerk. Like I said, jerks were a little shaky, but I don't care because I'm doing what I can. So yeah, man, I know I've talked about like things I've been doing in the last video, but this disc golfing has increased my step like average from, I mean, some days I would be busy at work and walk a lot, but I don't know. I was probably averaging like 8,000 before, and I'm at least averaging over 10,000 now in the last like 2 weeks, which is pretty cool. I like just being able to say that I moved a lot in one day and stuff, and I've been trying to get better at the actual throwing of the disc and stuff like that, but that's not really much of the point. So after these clean jerks, I wanted to test a theory to see if front squats made my back hurt, just like back squats have been, and they didn't. Now, granted, I didn't go above 60 kilos, but I did do 5x5, and it felt great. It felt really good. I haven't done a front squat probably since like February, so this felt really nice to just do and not have this flare up of pain. Obviously, it's not that much weight, but to say that I was able to front squat at all, I haven't been able to say that for a long time, so I'm going to take that as a win and be proud of that. Like I said, I did 5x5. I'll probably wait a couple days, and I'll see if I can do maybe 70 kilos or something like that for 5x5. Decided, because my wrists were feeling pretty good, to bench today too. Did some Larson press, I don't know, like 3 or 4x5. I haven't bench pressed in quite a while either, mainly because I didn't want to make my wrist hurt more if that was going to make it worse. And I wouldn't say like my physique has fallen off necessarily, but I do miss having like a chest pump, as like cavemanish as that sounds sometimes. So did a couple sets of Larson press. I prefer Larson press over regular bench just because it takes away the leg drive and it's kind of isolating those pressing muscles. So that way I have to stay lighter too, so I'm not gonna like overdo it and mess up my front rack position or anything like that. So either way, I like benching still. I before I hurt my wrist, I was kind of going through a phase where I was doing it heavy sometimes, but I don't really see a need to do that. I just like to, like I said, have a pump sometimes. So I also did some like 1 or 2 sets of dips after this, but that was pretty hard after a couple sets of benching. And then I did some GHD sit-ups as well. You can see my goofy sunburn from disking today. I was wearing a tank top. And it's my thought that maybe that back injury was caused by me skimping on core work. So trying to reintroduce it slowly and hopefully stay on top of it a little better. I don't really do any other core work besides these sit-ups. I think they're pretty challenging, so I would like to think that I get enough out of them, by just doing those. Usually I hold like a 10 or a 15. I've held a 25 in the past, but I didn't want to push it too much with a freshly feeling decent back. But hey, it was a good day, and here's a little flex, and that's all. So just wanted to let everybody know. So thanks.